All right, ladies and gentlemen, the time has finally come. If you've been looking for a Funnelweb / Calus Mini Tool, but for Arc 3.0, well, look no further. The weapon we're going to be looking at today, with the right roll, the God roll, is an absolute powerhouse, and it's available for everyone, even if you're a solo player. I'm officially dubbing it the Arc Funnelweb, but you all know the drill. If you're new, and only if you enjoy my content, then feel free to subscribe. I'd appreciate it. Now, the weapon I am referring to is none other than the Out of Bounds. Stats for Funnelweb, Calus Mini Tool, and Out of Bounds on screen. Now, as you can see, they're all pretty much the same. Now, if Out of Bounds looks familiar, well, that's because just like everything else in D2 nowadays, it's essentially a carbon copy of some other weapon, except with a new paint job. Now, just like Funnelweb, but unlike Calus's Mini Tool, this weapon is not craftable. It's just a random drop, and it drops from Crucible. Now, thankfully, it seems like it's a very common drop from Crucible because I've played like 5 matches this season, and I've had like 3 of these drop for me already. So if you're not the biggest fan of Crucible, don't worry, because it shouldn't take you that long at all to get one. You should also be able to get it from shacks in the tower via Crucible engrams, so make sure you're turning those in. Okay, so with how to get it out of the way, let's get into the perks. First up, it's Origin perks. It has 2 that you can select from. One Quiet Moment for increased reload speed when out of combat, and Omolon Fluid Dynamics for increased reload speed and stability on the top part of the mag. In my opinion, Omolon Fluid Dynamics is what you want, more for the stability than the reload speed buff, as we'll be taking a reload perk in column 3. Even with this being a 900 RPM SMG, those first few shots feel like absolute lasers. Okay, now for the perk columns. In column 1, you have 9 barrel options. They're all pretty standard. If you're on controller, then you'll want stability, but if you're on M&K, go with range. For controller, my number 1 pick is small bore for a respectable bump to both stability and range. Then for M&K, if you want to play it safe, go with hammer forge for a straight increase to range with no drawbacks. But if you're living life on the edge, full bore for a massive increase to range with penalties to both stability and handling. Next up, column 2, where there are 8 mag perks. Now, instead of wasting your time with multiple options, I'm just going to tell you the best one: Ricochet rounds, both M&K and controller. It boosts range and stability. Go with Ricochet. Okay, now for columns 3 and 4, and listen up because there's a lot of them. In column 3, you're gonna find 12, yes, 12 different perks. Dynamic sway reduction, hip fire grip, threat detector, grave robber, moving target, subsistence, demolitionist, perpetual motion, tunnel vision, heating up, killing wind, and pulse monitor. Now, normally at this point, I'd start telling you which perks to go with in this column, but instead, I'm just gonna go ahead and go over what perks are in column 4, then we'll cover the different column 3 and 4 combos because, well, there's quite a few different god rolls. In column 1, just like column 3, you got 12 perks. Kill clip, surrounded, golden tricorn, swashbuckler, tap the trigger, under over, rangefinder, gut shot straight, harmony, fragile focus, and well-rounded. Let's go ahead and get the 2 utility combos out of the way. First is grave robber in column 3 and swashbuckler in column 4. You get a melee kill and it's going to auto reload the weapon thanks to grave robber. After getting that melee kill, you're going to instantly get ×5 swash, and your weapon is going to be doing 33% more damage for 4.5 seconds. Swash can be constantly refreshed as long as you keep getting kills with the weapon or melee kills. Then the other utility combo being Demo in column 3 and Adrenaline Junkie in column 4. This is essentially the same thing, except instead of melees, it's grenades. Throw a nade and your weapon will auto load thanks to Demo. Get a kill with that nade and you're going to get ×5 Junkie for a 33% damage buff to your weapon for 4.5 seconds. It can be refreshed as long as you keep getting kills. So if you're speccing into melee or grenade builds, well then there you go. This weapon has everything you need. But now for the more general god rolls. First is your super basic threat detector with kill clip. For threat detector, as long as you're within 15 meters of 2 or more enemies, it's going to grant increased reload speed and stability. Kill clip is going to grant a 33% damage increase after getting a kill and reloading. So you got threat that's speeding up your reload, and kill clip that's increasing your damage, but it's activated via reloading. Well, I don't think this is the best roll. It definitely synergizes very well, and it's a pretty popular combination of perks that people like to roll with. Next is Subsistence with Adrenaline Junkie or Swashbuckler. Subsistence is going to make it to where you pretty much never have to reload as long as you keep getting kills. Adrenaline and Swashbuckler can both reach their highest damage increase of 33% via 5 weapon kills. They can also be refreshed constantly. Our second to last role is going to be Subsistence again with Surrounded. You already know what Subsistence does, just keep on shooting. Surrounded is going to grant a 30% damage increase when you're near 8 meters or less to 3 or more enemies. So you don't have to get kills to activate Surrounded, you just gotta be near enemies. Then you can throw on Surrounded Spec for a bump from 30 to a 40% damage increase, and it adds a linger effect in case you're no longer near those 3 enemies. That linger effect is going to last 1.5 seconds. In my opinion, this is the all-around best role. 40% damage increase, never have to reload, no active activation required on your part for pretty much any of it. It's just a kill, 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 kill combo. Now, while I said that Subsistence with Surrounded is the best all-around god role, I personally think that there is a role that's even better. Subsistence in column 3 with Golden Tricorn in column 4. I think a lot of people sleep on Golden Tricorn. Just getting 1 weapon kill with Golden Tricorn is going to grant a 15% damage increase for 7 seconds. It can be constantly refreshed by just getting more weapon kills. It would take you 3 weapon kills with Swash or Adrenaline to beat that, and they only last 4.5 seconds. But Golden Tricorn doesn't stop there, as if you get a grenade or charged melee kill and the weapons element matches your subclass element, it will then raise to a 50% damage increase for 10 seconds. This can also be refreshed with another grenade or charged melee kill. Out of bounds is Arc. Everyone is using Arc 3.0. There's a ton of builds that allow for constant grenades and charged melees. Are you starting to see how good Golden Tricorn is? Like I said, all around, Surrounded is your go-to. You don't gotta think about it, you just get a damage increase. But if you're willing to spec even just a little into your arc melees or grenades, like you don't even have to fully go into a grenade or melee build, Golden Tricorn is going to dominate. We had Funnelweb for Void 3.0, Calus Mini Tool for Solar 3.0, and here in Arc 3.0, Out of Bounds reigns supreme. It might be because it's origin perk or the fact that Out of Bounds has almost a 100 perfect vertical recoil, but it just feels so good. And it has so many god roll combos for almost any playstyle. And yes, I think Out of Bounds is better than the Calus SMG, which is generally regarded as the best Arc SMG. I think it feels better, has better rolls, and you don't have to wait for a specific dares, week, or Zur to try and get it. Now, before people start typing up, what about Risk Runner? Just stop, all right? That's an exotic, and I'm not giving up my Izzy, Witherhoard, Arbalest, G-Horn, etc. for an exotic primary. But that is Out of Bounds, the Arc Funnelweb. There's literally like 2 non-sunset 900 RPM Arc SMGs in the game, the other one being a carbon copy of Out of Bounds, but nowhere near the perk combinations and no origin perks. If you're looking for a crazy Arc SMG for your Arc 3.0 builds, this is it right here. This is the end of a trilogy. I made the Funnelweb vid back in Witch Queen, I made the Calus Mini Tool vid last season, and here we are wrapping it up with Out of Bounds and Arc 3.0. Out of the 3, Funnelweb was really only good because of volatile rounds, and I definitely think Out of Bounds is just a better weapon overall. Calus Mini Tool, on the other hand, has Incandescent, which just destroys everything. The Mini Tool, we were spoiled with the Mini Tool, all right? Like, because I don't think anything's ever going to be incandescent because, I mean, it's just so good. So the Mini Tool definitely was the best out of the 3, but I still think that Out of Bounds is better than Funnelweb. But let me know your thoughts on Out of Bounds down in the comment section. Have you gotten your hands on a god roll? Do you like it, hate it? Let me know down below. Like, I haven't really seen anyone talking about this weapon, and as of recently, it's been rising up the like popular and trending on light.gg, and I've been using it now for the last week or so, and it's just blown my mind that like no one's talked about it yet. With all that being said, feel free to drop a like if you enjoyed the video, and I will catch you all in the next one. Peace.